You seen the press pack?
Yeah. They look good.
Packed it.
Hmm?
You probably packed it.
I didn't actually. I haven't laid fingers on these ones. Which is why they look so good.
Competition. Rolls.
Great. So, what's this that's arrived?
Yeah, Van's copy of the book arrived, Arthur.
Yeah.
So, a long time ago, somebody asked me to write a proposal for a book. No, that'd be Brooke. A proposal for a book about choosing your signature scent. And I thought, well, do people have signature scents these days? But, you know, they do.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote the proposal, and this could be about 2015. And then nothing happened, and then somebody else moved to a different company, and then they brought up the idea again. And I wrote a whole new proposal for a different company, and had to list 500 fragrances that we would write about if we did it. And eventually, well, it got rejected.
As these things do.
Yeah, but they put it out to other publishers, and then thought, oh, actually, you know what, we'll publish it ourselves. Then it finally kicked off. So that was about 2017, 18. So the idea of writing about 500 fragrances seemed a little immense. So I asked if our friend Samantha Scriven from I Sent You a Day could be my co-writer. And first of all, they went, we don't really like doing two contracts. please let me share. Said, it was always not about this. Please, to be fine. So we shared, and this has been published by Francis Lincoln, £22.
Let me just read that title: The Perfume Companion, the definitive guide to choosing your next scent. It's better if I say it. If you say it, it feels a little bit PR-y.
Yes, and this is just a public information film.
To
tell people that it is now going to be available on the 21st of September 2021.
So what's in it?
Well, Arthur, since you ask, we ended up with not quite 500 because things kept getting discontinued. Like, that one's gone, has to go. So so every time something got discontinued, I would have to write a spare bit on the page to fill up the gap that had been ripped out.
So what kind of things are the spare bits?
I should say what is in it.
Oh yes, you should, yes. I'm getting overexcited.
Well, there are all of these different kinds of perfume. Basically it goes like this. It goes, if you like a certain kind of a perfume, you think you do, you think maybe I like that one. I like citrus fruits, say. So you can go to the citrus fruit bit, and there'll probably be one that you've heard of, and you think, okay, fine, I like that. But then the rest of the page is like, well, if you like that one, you might like this one, which is a bit rarer, this one, which is a bit more unusual, this one's a posh version. So we've sort of gone like that to say, well, there's a banging good one in this kind of fragrance, which is really good value, and here are some others that you might like to try. So we've got citrus, soliflores, which is like single flowers like jasmine, rose, iris, herbal, musk, leather, gourmand, that's the tasty ones, marine, floral, soft amber, woods, mossy, oud, fruity concepts. That's what we've got. And they've made it look so beautiful. People keep saying
it does look gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not me. I mean, we didn't publish it. This is like proper people know what they're doing. So yeah, there's a lot in the start. So I've been able to write things that most people who write about perfume don't know because they don't make them. So there's this thing about, well, we chose not to put really expensive ones in unless there's absolutely no alternative. I done a bit about history. Getting all excited now, aren't I? And a lot stuff about synthetics and getting all pointy. The 19th century and when synthetics came into perfumery, even though they sort of said, oh, lovely violets, not lovely iron, alpha and beta. So a bit of truth here. Sense of smell, how it works, why we like certain fragrances and not others, and what I call longevity, because, you know, singer, it's not a singer, is it? If you sing, you're a singer. If it's long, it's got longevity. Get over it. So that, because people care about that, not just how to pronounce it.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you get something that burns your hairs, I suppose that would be a singer.
It would, but then to singe is spelled with an E on the end.
Yes, it's true.
I don't know how you spell singer compared with singer.
Is singer even a word? I don't know. The book.
This is not how, yes, the book. Where and when to apply perfume. Because, you know, there are certain topics which the publishers asked me to write about, or the editor said, will you explain this to us, because we don't know. Yeah, okay. So, well, I mean, there's a spread. That's the first one. If we're looking at citrus, and if it says SM, I wrote it. If it says, I wrote all of those on the first page. If it says SS, Sam Scriven wrote it. And we have a guest appearance by BB, Brooke Belden, who wrote 6 of them in her style. It's like really, really entertaining. So, for example, if I pick a random spread, it says musk, and that's me then explaining about musk. There are some extra bits in there. Okay, soft musk, for example. We got one by Avon, one by Demeter, Library of Fragrance, a Body Shop and Katy Perry. So what we have really not gone for is the most expensive things we can find. On the first page of Amber there, we're up to Artisan Parfumeur and Miller Harris though, so a little bit more spendy. And then we're into Musc Encens by Ada Steven Eustace, I don't know. The Molecules, Trumper and Frederick Mell. So, and then something must have been discontinued there, so I've written a load about animalic fragrances.
Yes, well, it feels like what you've done there is the ones that are discontinued, you've used them as opportunities. Because they seem like very exciting little bits. I can see another one on that page there. What's that one about? Yeah,
that one is about floral musks. So, it says, if you were to walk down the pink aisle of a perfume shop and randomly pick a bottle off a shelf, you'd have a high chance of finding a floral musk. If it's in a white, beige or pale pink box, the odds would be in their favour. We could have written an entire book on them and still have 1,000 for volume 2. The inexpensive ones are so good and created by world-famous perfumers that you can treat yourself to a whole drawerful. That would have been me, wrote that. And the rest of the page, because these are all Sam's favourites, by Sam. A lot of them very, very affordable. So,
it's like the ultimate directory.
Well, that's kind of you to say so. We've put in things that we really wanted to be encouraging about. We didn't write anything rude about anything because unkind.
Yeah.
So we were just very British, and if we didn't like something, we just left it out.
Yeah.
Walked away. Never mentioned it again. They rang us up at one point and said do you know about Sécrétion Magnifique by État Libre d'Orange?
No.
It's supposed to smell
It was magic secretion, is that?
Magnifique, magnificent.
Oh, magnificent.
Yeah, secretions. Yes, it's supposed to smell of things that come out of the body. And so, but the editor rang us up and said, "You've written something here. I'm not sure you're making people want to buy it." We went, well, no, but we thought it was fair just to say that it does exist and that you ought to know about it because it's sort of important. But it's the only one that said...
Have you got it there?
Yeah, well, I have got it here. Sam wrote this. It may appear to some that this fragrance was created in order to illustrate the dictionary definition of divisive. Sécrétion magnifique is easily translated and adds up to the sum of its parts. The magnificent secretions it encompasses involve all but 3 products that the human body can produce. The notes don't look too alarming on paper: milk, sandalwood, seaweed, iris, coconut. But the overall effect is a scent that smells like semen, milk, saliva and blood. It's clever, it makes a statement, and among perfume fans it's almost a double dare. But euphemisms aside, there is a valid place for such perfumes. Sécrétion Magnifique lays down a gauntlet and, love it or hate it, it's important that fragrance keeps challenging us and breaking us away from safe habits.
See, I just really want a bottle of that.
Yeah. So we gave it what's for. It's performance art for perfume fans. Test before investing. So, that's we're still still kind of being nice about it.
Very much so, I think.
So I've sneaked in things from Angela Flanders, which I love. I've got links in here because
which one?
This one's the tobacco and amber.
Oh yeah, my housemate wears that quite often.
I bought a load for Nick when we were testing them. It's like,
yeah,
I really like them.
It's quite good, yeah.
So would you like? It's like I do.
Yeah.
When Lynx's advertising talked about its master perfumers, it was greeted with derision by a section of the Centerati, but the rest of us shot straight down the high street to see how good the new men's fragrances really were. The answer was very good indeed. When they're on special offer, you can get 100 tobacco and ambers for the price of a more famous amber tobacco scent. It's rich, smooth, and surprisingly sexy. Lynx is no longer just for teenage boys.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's it's supposed to be readable and.
Did you ever smell it when they did that Africa mixed with Marmite, the Marmite Africa special edition?
I missed that. How did I miss that?
I possibly haven't thrown my can out. I'll bring it in.
It should go in the collection.
Yes, it should.
But yeah. So I mean, a lot of the roses are written by me because you know how much I love rose, don't you? In fact, did I let Sam write any of the roses? Yeah, one. Oh, actually, that is really quite funny. Yeah, Sam wrote one of the roses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I took 13 of them because I like them so much. But yeah, so for example, in the roses we have Paul Smith Rose, which I think is it's the definitive rose. And then Moroccan Rose by Angela Flanders. A very posh Rose Bavard by Guerlain from Francis Curdien. Une Rose by Frederic Malle. 100% Love by S Perfume, which is quite weird, this one. Paris by Saint Laurent. Lipstick Rose, Frederic Malle. Smolder Rose by John Beeble. Rouge Assassin by Jovoy. Tobacco Rose. Oh no, that's Sam's. She nabbed all of Liz Moore's Papillon perfumes. Une Rose Vermeille, that's me. Café Rose, Tom Ford, me. Moment de Bonheur, Yves Rocher, me. And Rose Absolute by H&M.
Wow.
So that's I'm gonna have to calm down now. I feel really excited about this.
I think it's worth being excited about. It's a great thing.
It's sort of nice. It's nice to have it in your hands.
It's a beautiful thing. It's heavy.
Solid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fumi Fueto said, she's nice, an authoritative guide from 2 experts who really know their way around scent.
Wow.
I know.
So please remind me who's published it.
Francis Lincoln. Mm-hmm. And you can get it from all good bookshops. And please buy it from the indies.
Yes.
Please. That would be nice. Bookshop.com, they share the money around for indies. Or just go to a bookshop and feel how lovely it is. But good present, I think.
Very good present.
It might disappoint some of the people hoping for just posh and niche stuff, because it's not what we're all about, really. It's not what we're all about.
No.
It's about things we like. Yeah. I just keep opening it and reading it, because it's such a long time since I wrote most of it. I just keep thinking, did I write that?
It's such a nice...
I think there's one actually that Sam wrote that's got SM next to it. I'm pretty sure I didn't write one of them. But apart from that, it's yeah.
Great. Well then.
That yes, thank you. So yeah, everybody, and that is why my house has been such a mess. I mean, you can't have a job, you can't run a business and write a book and tidy.
No.
So since it went to press...
Well, you can, but you have to trade in sleeping, I think.
I don't know how people would do that.
Yeah.
So, but now when it was actually finished, when we did the last little bit, the thank yous and everything, I've got a housekeeper, and Agatha and I are just restoring the place so we can actually see the floor.
Yeah.
This is covered in perfume, it's covered in books, it's...
Lovely.
Yeah.
Great.